If you could go back in time and talk to your 20-year-old self, what would you say? This question has haunted me for years. And today, with graying hair and wrinkles that tell stories, I decided it was time to answer it. If you, like me, are past 50, 60, or older, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That weight in your chest when we remember the missed opportunities, the fears that paralyzed us, the words left unspoken. But what if I told you there's still time? That these lessons can transform not just how we see our past, but how we live. Our present, my friend, you who have walked so far in this life, who have cried, smiled, and gotten back up after every fall, this video is for you. For us who know the value of time because we've seen so much of it pass. For us who carry treasures of wisdom that only experience can give. Today, I'll share with you the 12 most important pieces of advice I would give to my 20-year-old self. But more than that, I'll show how these lessons can still transform the years ahead of us. Because the truth is, it's never too late to live better. Dear 20-year-old me, if I could go back and whisper a few words into your young ear, these would be them. Don't rush, life is not a race. My young friend, you're in such a hurry. Hurrying to graduate, hurrying to land the perfect job, hurrying to make money, hurrying to get married, hurrying to have kids. You look at others your age and feel like you're behind, like you should be further ahead, like time is running out. But let me share a secret I learned after decades. Life is not a race where the first to finish wins the prize. Life is a symphony, and each movement has its own perfect timing. That promotion you want so badly, it will come when you're ready for it, not just when you desire it. That true love, it appears when you least expect it, often when you stop desperately, searching. I remember how you agonize watching peers achieve things before you, how you torture yourself thinking you missed the timing for everything. But look around now. Those who rushed too much often stumbled along the way. Those who married at 20 due to social pressure, many divorced by 30. Those who chose careers just for quick money, many regretted it later. Haste is the enemy of depth. When you rush, you can't appreciate the scenery. When you hurry decisions, you can't hear your inner voice. When you're in a rush to grow up, you lose the magic of discovering who you truly are. Take a deep breath. Allow yourself not to have all the answers right now. Allow yourself to experiment, to make mistakes, to start over. Time is not your enemy. It's the secret ingredient that turns experiences into wisdom, knowledge into understanding, youth into maturity. The best things in life are like wine, they need time to mature. 2. Invest in those who matter, love and friendships. At 20, you think you need to be friends with everyone, that you need to please everybody. That quantity matters more than quality. You get hurt by people who don't deserve even 5 minutes of your time, while neglecting those who truly care about you. Let me be blunt. You'll meet many people in life, but very few will truly know you. The difference is huge. Knowing someone is superficial, learning their name, job, or preferences. But truly knowing you means understanding your fears, your hopes, your deepest wounds, and still choosing to stand by your side. That toxic relationship you keep holding on to, hoping the other person will change. They won't. Not for you, not for anyone. Stop being the only one who cares, the only one who tries, the only one who forgives. Real love is a two-way street. If it's only coming from one side, it's not love, it's dependency. And about friendships, quality always beats quantity. It's better to have 3 true friends than 30 superficial acquaintances. True friends are the ones who show up when you don't ask for help, who tell you the truth even when it hurts, who celebrate your wins without envy and mourn your losses as if they were their own. Learn to recognize the signs. People who only show up when they need something, who talk behind your back, who compete with you instead of cheering for you, who disappear when times get tough. These people are tourists in your life, not residents. Treat them accordingly. And when you find someone special, whether in love or friendship, invest without fear. Be vulnerable, be present, be real. Deep connections take courage, but they're what make life truly rich. In the end, material things don't matter. It's the people who choose to love you and be loved by you. Don't fear mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. Dear young perfectionist, you spend so much time trying not to make mistakes that you forget to live. You delay decisions waiting for 100% certainty, avoid opportunities out of fear of failure, and freeze at the possibility of not being the best at everything. But let me tell you something that will sting at first. You will make mistakes. A lot. Them. And you know what? That's the best news I can give you. Because it's through mistakes that you'll discover what you're truly capable of. It's by falling that you'll learn to get back up. It's by failing that you'll develop resilience no university can teach. I remember all the times you didn't apply for that job because you thought you weren't ready enough. All the conversations you didn't start for fear of saying the wrong thing. All the projects you never began because you didn't have the perfect plan. My dear, perfection is a prison you build for yourself. The greatest entrepreneurs went bankrupt before succeeding. The best athletes lost major competitions. The most talented artists created work nobody liked at first. The difference between them and those who quit wasn't avoiding mistakes. It was continuing to try after failing. Mistakes are not your enemy. They're your most honest teacher. They show you where you need to improve, force you to find creative solutions, and teach you humility and empathy. People who never make mistakes are people who never risk anything truly important. And what about others' opinions? Most people are too worried about their own mistakes to even notice yours. And those who do notice and judge, they're probably the same ones too afraid to try anything new. So go ahead, make mistakes boldly. Fail spectacularly. Learn quickly. Start over as many times as needed. Life isn't about always getting it right. It's about having the courage to keep trying. Take care of your body and mind. My invincible young self, you treat your body as if it were indestructible, and your mind as if it were a bottomless well. You sleep little, eat poorly, drink too much, stress over everything, and think there are no consequences. You believe health is only something old people need to worry about. But let me tell you a painful truth. Your body is keeping track. Every sleepless night, every skipped meal, every excess, every moment of prolonged stress. It's being patient with you now, but eventually the bill comes due. That back pain you ignore, it'll become chronic if you don't fix your posture. The stress you think is normal, it's eating away at your mental health like a slow drip. Eroding a wall. Those extra pounds you promised to lose next Monday, they get harder to shed with each passing year. But it's not just about your body. Your mind needs care too. You fill it with worries, anxieties, and negative thoughts, yet expect it to function perfectly. It's like throwing garbage into a computer and expecting it to run faster. Start today. Sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. Not because it's boring, but because that's when your brain cleans itself and your body heals. Move every day. It doesn't have to be the gym, just dance, walk, or play a sport. Your body was made to move, not sit for 12 hours a day. Eat real food. The generation after you will rediscover the joy of cooking, of eating slowly, of nourishing the body with care. Don't wait until you're 40 to learn this. And your mind? Meditate, even if just for 5 minutes a day. Read books that expand your perspective. Have hobbies that aren't about productivity or success, just pure enjoyment. Learn to say no to commitments that drain your energy. Health isn't a luxury, it's freedom. The freedom to do what you want, when you want, for as long as you want. Without health, every other dream loses meaning. Money matters, but it's not everything. Oh, my young self, so eager for financial independence. You think money is the solution to every problem, that if you had more, you'd be happier, more respected, more secure. So you take any job, work yourself to exhaustion, sacrifice relationships and health in the name of financial success. Let me be clear, money does matter. You need to pay bills, have security, fulfill dreams. Poverty isn't virtuous, and those who say money doesn't buy happiness have never truly struggled. But, and this is a big but, Money is a means, not an end. You'll meet rich people who are miserable and those with little money who are full of joy. You'll learn that beyond a certain point, more money doesn't mean more happiness, just different problems. You'll realize there are things no amount of money can buy. Lost time, broken relationships, ruined health, missed opportunities. That job you hate but pays well, it's stealing years of your life you'll never get back. That promotion that requires missing your child's first steps. The extra money won't replace those lost memories. That just one more year to save up, it could turn into a decade of unhappiness. Work with purpose, not just obligation. Find work that pays well and means something to you. It might take longer, it might be harder, but you'll spend 8+ hours a day doing it for the next 40 years. Make it count. And about spending. Learn the difference between wants and needs. That designer outfit, that luxury car, that new gadget. They make you happy for a few days, then become just more dust-collecting objects. Invest in experiences, not things. Invest in knowledge, not appearances. True luxury isn't having lots of money. It's having the time and freedom to do what you love with those you love. And that, my young self, sometimes costs less than you think. Preserve memories. One day they'll be your greatest treasure. My dear, always in a hurry young self, you're so focused on the future that you forget to document the present. You don't take photos because you don't look good. You don't write down stories because you'll remember them forever. You don't keep letters because they're things of the past. You think memory lasts forever, and that the present will never fade. But let me tell you something heartbreaking. You will forget. You'll forget your grandmother's scent, the way your father laughed at his own jokes, the first time you held the hand of someone you loved. You'll forget important conversations, magical moments, precious details that now seem impossible to erase. Time isn't just cruel to the body, it's merciless with memories. That silly argument with your mom. One day, you'd give anything to have one more. That trip with friends you thought was boring, it'll become one of your most treasured memories when you're all scattered across the world. Stop waiting for the perfect moment to document life. Take photos even when you're not dressed up. Write down the funny things your dad says. Save the notes your mom leaves on the fridge. Journal about your ordinary days, your small discoveries, your confused, young adult feelings. Record the voices of those you love. One day when they're gone, you'll long to hear how they said your name. Preserve family traditions, grandma's recipes, the stories grandpa tells for the 1,000th time. This is cultural heritage lost if not saved. And don't just save, organize. Make albums, write dates, add context. That photo that seems obvious now, in 20 years you won't remember where it was taken or who's in it. Social media will change. Digital formats will become obsolete. But a handwritten letter, a printed photo, a physical journal, these withstand time. They're treasures you can hold, smell, pass down to your children. At the end of life, it's not diplomas or career achievements that matter most. It's the memories, the hugs, the laughter, the simple moments that made you feel loved and alive. 7. Learn to say no. Your boundaries are sacred. My overly agreeable young self, you have a serious problem. You can't say no. You accept every invitation even when exhausted. Agree to every favor even when you have no time. Say yes to commitments you don't want just to avoid disappointing anyone. You mistake kindness for being a doormat. Let me give you a life-changing lesson. Your boundaries aren't suggestions, they're necessities. When you don't honor your own limits, no one else will. When you're always available to others, you're never available to yourself. That friend who only reaches out to vent about the same problems and never follows your advice? You're not her therapist. That boss who always asks for a little favor to work weekends? He's exploiting your goodwill. Those relatives who expect you to solve all their problems because you're responsible? That's not responsibility, it's manipulation. Learn that no is a complete sentence. You don't owe elaborate explanations, invented excuses, or endless justifications. I can't. I don't want to. I'm not comfortable are valid and sufficient answers. And do you know what happens when you learn to say no? The right people respect you. The wrong people distance themselves. And that's a blessing, not a loss. You automatically filter who truly cares about you versus who only cares about what you can do for them. Saying no also means saying yes to what truly matters. When you decline meaningless commitments, you free up time for what counts. When you set work boundaries, you preserve energy for family. When you refuse poor treatment, you communicate self-worth. Your boundaries aren't selfish, they're self-care. They're not cruelty, they're honesty. They're not weakness, they're strength. People who know and protect their limits earn respect, not rejection. And those who call you changed when you start saying no, they're right. You have changed. For the better. From someone everyone used to someone everyone respects. Go. Never stop learning. Curiosity is your eternal youth. My freshly graduated young self, you think your education is complete. That a diploma is the finish line. That now it's just about working and applying knowledge. You can't imagine how quickly your degree will become obsolete, how entire professions will disappear, how you'll need to reinvent yourself multiple times. The world is changing faster than your generation realizes. The AI that seems like science fiction today will revolutionize everything. Jobs that seem secure now will be automated. New professions that don't yet exist will emerge. If you stop learning, you won't just stagnate, you'll be left behind. But I'm not just talking about formal education or technical skills. I mean keeping an open, curious, knowledge-hungry mind. Read about subjects unrelated to your field. Learn languages even if you won't use them. Study history, philosophy, art, science. Talk to people both older and younger than you. The most dangerous person is one who thinks they already know everything. They stop questioning, stop growing, becoming a living fossil repeating decades-old ideas while the world evolves around them. Question everything, including your own beliefs. Those absolute certainties you hold at 20? Life will challenge some, and that's good. Growth means being willing to change your mind when presented with new evidence. Make learning a habit. Take online courses, listen to podcasts, watch documentaries, read books. The internet has democratized knowledge in ways previous generations couldn't imagine. You can learn anything, anytime, often for free. And never fear looking ignorant by asking questions. Admitted ignorance is temporary. Disguised ignorance is permanent. The smartest people you'll meet ask the most questions, not those pretending to have all the answers. Curiosity keeps you young. Regardless of age, as long as you're learning, growing, and developing, you'll truly be alive. Forgive quickly. Resentment is a burden only you carry. My wounded young heart, you cling to grudges like trophies. Every injustice, disappointment, betrayal, you collect them all, nurturing the pain as if it proves your worth. You think forgiveness is weakness, that forgetting is foolishness. But let me tell you what I learned after carrying resentment. For years, hatred is like holding a burning coal hoping to hurt someone else. The only one getting burned is you. That person who hurt you, they've moved on, maybe don't even remember what they did. You're stuck reliving the pain daily. Forgiving doesn't mean excusing what happened. It doesn't mean it was okay, unimportant, or should happen again. Forgiveness is personal liberation. Deciding your peace matters more than revenge. Your parents, with all their flaws, did their best with the emotional resources they had. This doesn't excuse serious mistakes, but understanding it frees you from needing their eternal approval or maintaining perpetual anger. They're flawed. Humans, like you, like me, like everyone. That friend who betrayed you, that lover who left, that boss who humiliated you. Forgive, not for them, but for you. Every day spent hating is a day not spent loving, creating, living fully. And forgive yourself. That's the hardest. Forgive your youthful mistakes, poor choices, thoughtless words. You were learning as you still are. Self-compassion isn't self-indulgence. It's acknowledging your humanity. Forgiveness isn't a one-time event. It's a process. Sometimes you'll need to forgive the same person for the same thing multiple times. That's normal. Healing isn't linear. Don't wait for apologies to forgive. Often they never come. Forgive anyway. Your peace can't depend on others' actions. You hold the power to free yourself. Use it. 10. Step out of your comfort zone. That's where life happens. That safe job that bores you. The town where nothing changes. The social circle that's heard all your stories. Take risks. Move countries. Switch careers. Talk to strangers. The best chapters of your life begin when you find the courage to turn the page. My complacent younger self, you're building a life too small for your big dreams. You're choosing security over adventure, predictability over possibility. Deep down, you know this. You feel that restlessness, that whisper telling you there's more for you beyond your comfort zone. That soul-sucking job that pays the bills? You stay because it's safe, because of the benefits, because at least it's not worse. But too much security is a dangerous illusion. The world is changing so fast that today's secure job might not exist tomorrow. Then what? You'll have wasted years in a career that no longer exists. I remember you eyeing that interesting job, but not applying because you lacked experience. I remember you dreaming of being a writer, artist, entrepreneur, yet choosing the stability of government work. Years later, you'll regret not the risks you took, but those you didn't. Change careers. Yes, it'll be terrifying. Yes, you might need to start from scratch. But you're not truly starting over. You have maturity, life experience, and perspective. You lacked at 20. Use that. And who says you only get one career? This generation will work until 70 or 80. Plenty of time for multiple paths. That hometown you've never left? It's your cocoon, but you must emerge to fly. Every country you don't visit is a version of yourself you'll never discover. In Thailand, you'll find adaptability. In New York, resilience. In France, artistic appreciation. In Japan, inner discipline. Move abroad, even temporarily. Experience complete reinvention, where no one knows your past, where you can be your true self without childhood expectations. You'll discover you can handle yourself, that you're braver than imagined, that the world is smaller and more accessible than it seemed. And that stagnant social circle? You repeat the same stories, the same conversations. Time to expand. Talk to different ages. A 70-year-old has 50 years of experience you lack. A 10-year-old sees what you've forgotten. Visit new places. Skip the usual bar for cultural events, workshops, interest groups. Accept invitations where you know nobody. Every stranger's conversation teaches something new about the world and yourself. Life happens at the edges of your comfort zone. That's where you grow, surprise yourself, collect stories worth telling. Inside it, you merely survive. Outside, you truly live. Practice gratitude. It turns ordinary into extraordinary. Therefore, you truly considered the incredible things in your life right now. Maybe you don't yet have your dream car, ideal job, or perfect body. But did you look around today? Did you thank yourself for waking up again, for breathing effortlessly, for having shelter, warm food, or someone to call family or friend? Gratitude is a lens that changes everything. It wipes routine's dust away, revealing small things' brilliance. Daily coffee becomes sacred. A good morning feels like affection. Even silence can be peace. When you focus on what you have rather than lack, magic happens. Life feels lighter, fairer, more alive. This isn't complacency. Gratitude isn't resignation. It's fuel. Recognizing what you have attracts more worth having. Ungrateful people chase novelty but remain empty inside. Grateful people feel full even when much is missing. Start today. List 3 things you're grateful for. Make it a ritual. Give thanks before sleeping, waking, showering, eating. Fill your life with gratitude and watch. The simple starts shining. Ordinary becomes extraordinary. And everything changes. 12. Trust your intuition. It knows what your mind doesn't yet understand. How often have you felt that odd chest sensation, like something's off, even when everything seems right, on paper? Or that inexplicable certainty about an unpopular path? That's your intuition, and it knows. Intuition is your soul's whisper. It doesn't shout, but when mental chaos quiets, it speaks. And remarkably, it's usually right. Because it's the sum of all your experiences, even those your conscious mind forgot. Wisdom hidden in details, feelings, silent lessons life gave you. Many ignore this inner voice, trained to trust only logic, data, what makes sense. But the heart feels what the mind hasn't yet grasped. Trusting intuition takes courage. It's like walking in darkness with an invisible flashlight. Yet step by step, it leads you right. When something feels wrong despite others' approval, listen to your body. When excitement bubbles for an unsupported idea, follow it. Intuition is an emotional GPS, protecting, guiding, showing what logic can't yet see. Trust it more, because deep down, you already know. You just need to listen. If I could summarize everything in one message, it would be, live fearlessly. Love like it's your last chance, trust even when all seems out of control. And never forget, you're doing your best with what you have now. Every step, fall, and victory, all are building life's most important story, yours. Look back with kindness and forward with courage. Because in the end, you don't need everything figured out. You just need to keep going. I love you, 20-year-old me. Despite all doubts, I'm deeply proud of who you're becoming. Now I want to hear from you. If you've made it this far, comment below with advice you'd add to this list. Who knows, it might inspire our next video. Let's build this journey together.